Hey folks, Real Honesty with John Ritland. I'm John Ritland. This is a rapid fire episode where I'm not going to lie, this is going to get angry. There are a couple things I read today that had me pretty damn angry, and I'm going to rant about them. Now, I want to make this clear. This will probably be the first angry video, super angry video I've done in a while, and I'm talking like full scathing angry. I've actually tried to be much more positive the past couple of years. And I've actually been succeeding at that. Very few things really get to me. I've been trying to be chill, especially about life and about the wrestling business. I've been a fan for a number of years. As a lot of you people know, I've been a fan for 32 years and counting. And I'm always going to be a wrestling fan. If I survived all the stuff I've survived at this point, nothing is going to kill my passion for wrestling. WWE and otherwise. I may have times where I'm irritated with some of the booking decisions. It's an entertainment program. We're all upset about that. But I'm going to basically cut a scathing promo first on the reports, and this is by Dave Meltzer, so it's something that, taken sometimes with a grain of salt. But apparently the reason that Mauro Ranallo has been off TV is because of severe depression. He is diagnosed with bipolar. He has talked about his mental health issues. I'm not here to expand on those, but basically he's been home for a few weeks, hasn't been on SmackDown for a few weeks because of severe depression. Now, rumors are JBL has something to do with that because of constant ribbing, he would probably put it, but it's basically been bullying. It's been bullying on TV, it's been bullying backstage apparently, which doesn't surprise me because JBL has been a goddamn bully since the first time he got in that company. And especially once he got into the whole APA thing, or the Acolytes first and then APA with Ron Simmons. I mean, the beating up of the Public Enemy in, I believe, 1999, if I remember right, 98, 99. That was ridiculous. JBL's been a known bully for years and years and years. Palmer Cannon, Palmer Cannon, the network executive. So many people, Joey Styles, he bullied Joey Styles, and Joey Styles managed to, knock JBL down. Granted, JBL may have been intoxicated, but still. JBL's been known to be a bully, and even though he's tried to show a softer side and this kind of stuff, JBL, by the way, blocked me on Twitter because I said his announcing was BS. That just shows how much of a baby the guy is. When JBL came back in 2012, I was thrilled because I'm like, oh God, this guy is going to be great. He's going to be great on heel commentary. He's going to be a modern-day Jesse Ventura, which is a big compliment. And now, he's not even what Jesse Ventura was at the end of his WCW run. He's basically sound bites and bullying, and he's not even a good heel. And it's translated, apparently, to him being a bully and a little bitch backstage. Mauro Ranallo, I guess, if I'm right, won the Wrestling Observer Newsletter's Announcer of the Year award. Or Commentator of the Year. I forget exactly how they worded it. And maybe that had something to do with it because JBL feels that he should have won it. Now, if that's the case, JBL has no business being anywhere near the top of that. Now, granted, JBL is not the worst announcer by far. That's Josh Matthews. And I'm talking currently. I'm not talking all time. Josh Matthews may be the worst commentator of all time, though. JBL, if this is true, if all this is true and that JBL's bullying and, making fun of Mauro and all this kind of stuff and not ribbing him but bullying him led to Mauro having severe depression and possibly missing WrestleMania because he might. It seems like he might miss WrestleMania, which is sad because Mauro calling WrestleMania would be tremendous. If that is true, then JBL needs to be fired. Because they fired Bill DeMott for bullying and abusing NXT or developmental talents and this kind of stuff, talents and all the way back for a few years, and people had fired Bill DeMott trending on Twitter, and he was fired. They fired people for less. They should fire JBL if this is true, because this is a man's livelihood. Mauro, his health and all that stuff, he's been open about his mental health issues. If JBL caused this, then fire his ass. And I'm not normally advocating for people to be fired, but he deserves to be fired if this is true. JBL is proving more and more that he's a piece of shit and that he can't take any criticism. He at one point blocked Mauro on Twitter because Mauro agreed with some reference that Mauro made that JBL got wrong. And JBL, okay, it could have been kayfabe, it could have been whatever, but apparently he legit blocked him, and there's been heat because of that and other things. JBL maybe needs to learn that if it wasn't for the fact that Vince thought that he was such a great heel in 2004 and could have been such a great, main event heel, he probably wouldn't have had a damn job after that. Because they split up the Acolytes, or they split up the APA. I guess Ron Simmons got fired because of some reason. I don't remember why. But JBL basically only got a main event push because he was featured on SmackDown and because Vince liked him, which is sometimes all you need. And this rant's kind of going back and forth, to the past and the present. But JBL is somebody who I actually enjoyed his commentary for a number of years. I enjoyed his commentary when he joined Michael Cole on SmackDown from summer 2006 to end of 2007 when he finally returned to the ring and he feuded with Chris Jericho, and that was all shit. But yeah, JBL the wrestler was never going to be a great, talent anyway, even though I think he was capable of having some good matches. He's probably just upset because people actually like Mauro. People don't like JBL because they see through his BS and they know that it's John BS Layfield. It's not John Bradshaw Layfield. JBL, if you caused this, if you really triggered something to happen with Mauro Ranallo, you deserve to be fired. And I hope to God that you are punished even worse, that you are forced to apologize to Mauro in front of the entire locker room and you are brought to your damn knees like the little bitch you are. If this is all true, by the way, I just want to make that clear. Dave Meltzer's not always wrong about this stuff. Sure, okay, he's basically just a fan that knows a lot of stuff, but he does have some sources. He would probably, make sure that this was actually true. JBL deserves to be fired if he caused this depression to Mauro, because Mauro may possibly not come back if his depression is that bad. It would be a toxic working relationship if he worked with JBL again, which probably means that they'd have to move him to Raw, and then have Cole go to SmackDown, which actually I would be okay with because Mauro and Graves would be tremendous. In fact, they were tremendous on 205 Live, and it would be tremendous. They would be tremendous calling. Yes, Saxton might benefit more from Graves giving him crap, but Mauro sticking up a bit for Byron. It might actually work pretty well. But that's fantasy booking. I'm not going to talk about that. JBL deserves to be fired if he caused this with Mauro. Absolutely, unbelievably ridiculous. JBL's a piece of shit for causing this. I'm flat out embarrassed that WWE would allow this to happen. So if JBL's proven to have bullied Mauro to this point, fire his ass. I don't care. I don't care if his contract runs longer. Vince can eat the contract, or Vince can terminate him because of that, because this is a bad PR nightmare, especially with all the charity and stuff that WWE's doing. Maybe they need to make sure that they don't look like one of their employees, that it doesn't look like one of their employees is doing everything to bully people when they're doing the Be a Star thing and telling kids to stand up to bullies and stuff like that. But they won't even stand up to one of their own bullies who's bullied people for a number of years. Get rid of JBL if he causes. Get rid of him. Now I'm going to move on to Bill Goldberg. Bill Goldberg has said in a piece, apparently, and it's a lengthy piece. I believe it was at Comic Book Now, if I remember right. At least I believe that's the Twitter handle. And there have been other people that have reported it, but that's the one I saw it on. That Goldberg's talked about how he's miserable in his current run. That I guess it has to do with conditioning and his age and this kind of stuff. And that he was originally like 237 pounds, 240 pounds, thinner and everything, and he was leaner, and he seemed, good for him. He wasn't wrestling anymore, so he didn't need all that muscle. He was more toned and seemed happier. But then I guess Vince wanted him to bulk up to look like Goldberg. That's why he was wearing the jacket when he came back. And I guess, he's been just doing nothing. He can't really sleep, and he can't do this much. And he's all this, and this, and he's miserable, but at least his family's having fun. What I said about JBL or whatever being a bully, okay. What JBL did reportedly was far worse. But Goldberg whined about the fact that he doesn't feel well. No one asked you to come back, Bill. Or you didn't have to come back, at least. People did ask him to come back. Fans, whatever. If fans want him to come back, cool. No, he didn't have to come back. Nobody twisted his damn arm. He made enough damn money in WCW, made enough damn money in WWE, he made enough money in other appearances that he's done, in businesses and shows that he's done. He's smart with his money and he's done well with it. He's got a beautiful wife, he's got a great kid. And that's good. That's good. He seems very happy. He's apparently very happy once you get him away from the business. Well, who twisted your arm to come back, Bill? I mean, sure, you were part of the video game. Okay, great. WWE 2K. They produce way too many WWE 2K games, by the way. No one twisted your arm, Bill. You're getting paid millions of... I imagine that Bill's at least getting paid. That Goldberg's at least getting paid $2 million. Two. It's possibly three. I mean, there's no way he's not getting paid about $2 million. Because he would have had to have come back for quite a chunk of money. I just find it ridiculous that he's going to whine about that stuff. Bill, you're in a main event spot. I mean, he's never going to watch this. But he's in a main event spot against Brock Lesnar, who, by the way, is another part-timer that people don't really care for anymore. The bloom's off the rose with Lesnar, in my opinion. I haven't cared one bit about this feud. It's been force-fed down our throats more than Roman Reigns has the past few months, and that's saying something. Because at least Reigns has taken a few losses. Goldberg has barely done anything in the ring. He's taken one bump, and that was being thrown into the turnbuckles or in the ring corner by Brock, and that was it. Oh, and then he took a little bit of a bump when he got thrown out of the ring, I believe by Undertaker at the Royal Rumble. Oh, God, Bill, I mean, I'm so sorry that you were taking all these bumps. I mean, jeez, good God. This needs to be the end of his run. After WrestleMania, needs to be the end of his run. Then he can go in the Hall of Fame, have a great speech, and I mean, I'll pop for it because it'll be nice for him to reflect on his career and his life, and then go off and do the great things that he's done. He does great things for charity, for children, for animals. He's a great animal rights activist. He's a great kid. He does great stuff for the kids and great charity. I just don't want to hear about him complaining that, oh, he's upset, he's miserable, he just can't do this kind of stuff and this or whatever, but his family's having fun. Well, Bill, you know, you didn't have to come back. I mean, I'm sorry, any fans that want him to come back, cool. That's fine. I didn't care that he came back. I wasn't that thrilled when he came back. It was nice nostalgia for his music, and yeah, you had the squash match and everything, and that was fine for a one-off. The problem is then they kept doing it. It's not working. To me, it's not working. I mean, it's like, okay, yeah, he's still getting a big reaction. He'll probably get a big reaction in Orlando for Mania. So will Lesnar. It might get a big reaction, but the crowd might fall asleep. I don't know. But Bill complaining about that stuff, that's ridiculous. It's like, Goldberg, just shut up. You're getting paid way more than a lot of talents. You got paid a whole lot more in WCW, where you were the catalyst for a lot of big ratings, especially in 1998 and early 99. And then they destroyed a streak at Starrcade 98. I'm still upset about that. And then he ended Bret Hart's career at Starrcade 99 with a kick that he shouldn't have done, but he wasn't ever properly trained in the power plant. But anyway, I'm going to finish up this. Goldberg, just shut up. Get out and do something. Just go out and have your Mania match, and end your career. Don't die. I mean, but end your career after that. Go in the Hall of Fame next year. Cool. But just don't whine about the fact that you're miserable and this kind of stuff. You barely have done anything in the ring. I'm sure he's trained hard. I'm sure he has. He needs to stop bonking his head in the doors. I'm sure that he has trained hard. It can't be easy at 50 years old to train that hard. But he needs to stop because he's not going to win this battle. Get out of the ring after Mania. Go on and live your life. Anyway, that's going to be it. So I want to take a moment here to say that I'm going to actually be doing more positive videos after this, but I had to get this anger out. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. And do you agree? Do you disagree with what I said? Like, share, comment, subscribe. Twitter link is in the description. It's been Real Honesty with John Ritlin. I am John Ritlin, and I will see you soon.